Tacoma will have a new mayor in January. City staff are preparing for adverse weather this winter, and Tacoma Power has a consumer warning for customers. All that and more on this edition of Tacoma Report. Hello, I'm Anita Gallagher. On November 7th, Election Day, Tacoma voters selected their next mayor. After a hard-fought race for the city's highest elected office, former City Council member Victoria Woodards is Tacoma's mayor-elect. In an election night interview here on TV Tacoma, Woodards discussed her perspective on being Tacoma's next mayor.
Being elected mayor or serving this community, it isn't about you. It isn't about me. And I didn't get elected tonight. There are people who voted for me, and if that holds, I'll represent those people, but I'll also represent the people who didn't vote for me. And my door will be open, and I will be talking to those people who didn't support me. Because if elected, if the trend continues, I'll be Tacoma's mayor, everyone's mayor.
4 seats on Tacoma City Council were also on this year's ballot. Lillian Hunter holds the lead for at-large position 6. Catherine Ushka will likely fill the Council District 4 position, being vacated by Marty Campbell. Chris Beale leads for the District 5 position, being vacated by Joe Lonergan, and Robert Thoms has been re-elected to the District 2 position. The final election results will be certified on November 28th, and the new mayor and city council members will be sworn into office in January. At the start of November, we've already seen snow falling in Tacoma, which is why city crews conduct their annual snow and ice training. Stacy Ellifrit has more on how the city's Street Operations Division is preparing now for possible winter weather.
When snowflakes are forecasted to fly and begin to accumulate, city crews start preparing.
Basically, we get the forecast from our local forecasters. And then we weigh that information, and then we decide on what we're going to staff for a snow and ice storm.
Streets are plowed and de-iced on a priority level, with crews working to clear 1 lane of traffic in each direction.
Nothing's changed this year. We still plow by primary, secondary, and then auxiliary routes, and we do ask that the public follows those routes when they're trying to get where they need to go during a winter weather emergency.
During a storm, residents are encouraged to take public transportation if possible. Pierce Transit and the city have worked together to make sure transit routes are ready.
We ask that the public takes public transportation or prepares themselves the night before that they know that the winter weather is coming. Make sure that their car is appropriately ready for winter weather.
Be prepared this winter. Review the snow routes map and have a plan for whatever the weather may hold. For Tacoma Report, I'm Stacy Ellifrit.
Visit the city's inclement weather page for more information on winter preparedness, including the map of snow routes. When heavy rainstorms happen, the city's Public Works and Environmental Services departments want residents to be ready for potential flooding issues. That's why these departments are providing free sandbag supplies to the public for personal use. While supplies last, community members can come to the Tacoma Asphalt Plant or the Central Wastewater Treatment Plant to shovel and load their own sandbags. Both locations are open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. This service is available now and is expected to run through March of next year. Visit the city's website for more information. Tacoma Power is ready to respond to power outages. Customers can help crews restore service more efficiently by calling to report outages. That number and some other things customers need to remember about winter storm season power outages are in this next report from John Phillips.
Wind and ice season always seems to increase the possibility of interruptions to your electric service. First, Tacoma Power reminds you to stay clear of broken poles and down power lines. You don't have to touch one to get a shock. Consider the ground around them unsafe too. To report an outage, call 253-502-8602. Don't report it using social media. Describe what you see and the location. During extensive power outages, Tacoma Power prioritizes restoration work. After addressing immediate safety concerns, crews work to get the most people back in service first, starting with repairs to major transmission lines and substations. They then move into customer neighborhoods, fixing distribution lines, power poles, and transformers. Tacoma Power will repair equipment on its right-of-way and the service lines between its power pole and your electric meter mast. If there's damage to your mast or other power components in your yard, you may need to hire an electrician for repairs.
During widespread power outages, it may take some time to get the service restored, so having some of these items handy around the house will make it a lot easier to endure. Obviously, you'll need a flashlight or two, some extra batteries, a battery-operated radio, and alarm clock. You don't want to be late for work. Also, have some ready-to-eat food handy. And don't forget, you're going to need a manual can opener.
Don't use a barbecue inside to cook or stay warm, and keep generators outdoors away from doors and windows. Misuse of either can cause deadly carbon monoxide gas to accumulate.
If storms are in the forecast, you better keep your cell phones fully charged because you're going to need them to get important updates on Facebook and Twitter. For Tacoma Report, I'm John Phillips.
You can report a power outage by calling the number listed below. mytpu.org offers links to Tacoma Power's social media pages and outage map. It also has helpful information about how to prepare in advance and what to do during an outage. Tacoma Power has been recognized by both the utility industry and federal regulators for keeping its power system strong and minimizing frequency and duration of power outages. Daily throughout this past year, 6 crews have been trimming tree branches away from Tacoma Power's distribution and transmission lines. Each year, they tackle about 500 miles of power lines that deliver electricity. Every 4 years, they start over on the 2,000-mile system.
We prepare each and every year the same. We don't do more one year or another. We're always aggressively maintaining our system, so we are prepared when the storm hits instead of waiting for the storm to hit and then try and dig your way out.
In addition to trimming vegetation, Tacoma Power crews are constantly replacing poles, transformers, and power lines that have reached the end of their lifespan. Those same crews will be on the front lines working long hours in adverse weather to restore power when outages occur. When we come back from the break, I'll be joined in studio by William Terry from Comprehensive Life Resources to talk about a program helping at-risk youth and their families. The Tacoma Gang Reduction Project has undergone a transformation, including a new name, an expanded model, and an increase in community engagement. Here to talk with us about the goals and changes is William Terry from Comprehensive Life Resources. Welcome to the show, William. It's nice to have you.
It's great to be here.
So what does the new program look like, and how has it been expanded or changed?
Well, the new program, RAIN, is very community-based. We are trying to wrap around each kid around the community services that we come and partner with. Each individual kid gets strategic support with understanding that we're here for them from the best time to the worst time, and then that understands that we have a table full of different community partners that wants to see each kid succeed.
Well, that sounds wonderful. And why is it important, do you think, to involve families in this new approach?
What the new approach is about family is because we want the family to be good. It has to be start with the top and has to go all down to the bottom. And if each person in the family is getting better, then we see that that's being better for the whole community because the family is there to support each kid.
So how does this new model really benefit your clients?
This model is surely for the client because it helps us help the parents, and that takes a lot of stress off the parent to help the kid, so the kid has less stress because we take off the day-to-day barriers that they see.
And so what is the goal for this program?
The goal of this program right now is, like you said, to wrap our programs around each family that has the at-risk youth so we can help them as a all. And if we start, like I said, if we start at the top and we go down to the bottom, it shows a great role model for each person in the family that we can help you and that we support you.
So how many youth are you currently working with?
My caseload alone is about 20 kids, but our whole program is very new since July, but we have a good base of like around 80 kids right now in the last few months.
Oh, wow, that's impressive. So how can people find out more about the program?
Well, you could go ahead and walk into our office down on 13th and Tacoma Ave, or you could give us a call or find our email somewhere around, and we're in most of the high schools, so we were there too.
Oh, wonderful. So thank you so much for joining us today. It sounds like the changes are having a significant impact on the community. Thanks for sharing the time with us, and we'll hope to have you back.
Thank you for having me again.
Up next, we'll find out about the expansion of the Northwest College of Art and Design to Tacoma. Don't go away. Tacoma recently welcomed a new organization to its downtown corridor. Northwest College of Art and Design opened their doors with a ribbon-cutting ceremony to celebrate their new Pacific Avenue campus. The school's move from Poulsbo to this location offers many new opportunities.
Well, for the school, I think it means the opportunity for increased growth. We have a much larger reach in Tacoma, being centrally located in Pierce County, access to Thurston, access to King, continued access to Kitsap. And so that just gives us the opportunity to perhaps offer our education to more people.
In addition to ongoing growth for the school, students now have access to new career development resources.
It means that they have increased access to internship opportunities. They have increased access to professionals to come in and speak to them, to go out, for them to come to speak to us, for our students to go to them, for informational interviews, for job shadowing. It means increased opportunity.
The college will continue serving students throughout Pierce, Thurston, Mason, and King counties. To find out more about this new addition to the downtown area, visit their website. The city has launched a new site to attract and grow businesses. It comes with a call to action: make it Tacoma. Maria Lee has this story.
With economic development activity and private investment at an all-time high, with several new projects in the horizon, MakeItTacoma.com could not have launched at a better time.
The City of Tacoma has always offered great in-person services, and we will continue to do so. The new microsite, Make It Tacoma, will allow our residents and community business leaders the opportunity to access new, fresh data and make improved and better decisions.
The new site, which is mobile-friendly, offers access to the latest business intelligence tools. As site selectors or prospective investors assess possible locations, they're able to obtain robust, high-quality, zip code-level Tacoma-specific data on more than 1,000 variables. While existing or prospective business owners and entrepreneurs are able to obtain Tacoma-specific data showing what percentage of businesses they outperform in their given industry on revenue, size, salaries, and other metrics. They're also able to see where the typical business owner in their given industry is doing best in Tacoma as they consider expanding into a new location or where to target their next marketing campaigns.
Tacoma is extremely well positioned for growth, and this new site allows us to showcase our services and our city in a more dynamic way.
Other things offered on the new site include video profiles and how-to guides. For Tacoma Report, I'm Maria Lee.
More information on economic development efforts that are planned or underway in Tacoma can be obtained through Ricardo Noguera, the city's Community and Economic Development Director. The annual Small Business Saturday, which happens the Saturday following Thanksgiving, is on November 25th this year. Small businesses help make up Tacoma's vibrant economy. By shopping or dining at your favorite Tacoma establishment on Small Business Saturday and throughout the year, you're showing your support for your fellow Tacoma community members and making a positive economic impact. Mark your calendars for Small Business Saturday, and while you're out, stop by the holiday tree lighting taking place at the Pantages in downtown Tacoma at 5 p.m. Thank you. Through the city's Neighborhood Innovative Grant Program, community groups can apply now through December 15th for grant funding to support neighborhood improvement activities or projects. Most grants requested and approved are in the range of $500 to $8,000. More information is available on the Neighborhood Council's webpage. After the break, we'll get some tips on how to be a savvy energy consumer. Tacoma Power wants to alert customers to a solicitation on social media that requires them to turn over personal account information. An out-of-state company with no connection to Tacoma Power is promoting the sale of renewable energy credits to utility customers. Tacoma Power already offers renewable energy credits at cost with its Evergreen Options program, which supports local solar and wind projects. While legal, these for-profit energy companies usually charge more and can create problems for customers once they've enrolled.
In a recent case, we've had some customers who have been contacted and the company has asked them to sign over their account information to a third-party company. In that case, we always recommend that our customers think about that and contact us before they do it. We had a customer who contacted us to say that she had done this program, but then she didn't have access to her account information from us because a third party was managing her account.
Similar third-party offers are expected to increase as green power becomes more prevalent. You can enroll in Tacoma Power's own Evergreen Options program to purchase renewable energy credits for as little as $3 per month. Call Tacoma Power to find out more. Noxious weeds are a growing reality. Invasive species like Scotch broom have taken over in parts of our community. Another aggressive weed that's been under the radar is one called knotweed. The plant was introduced from Asia as an ornamental in the mid-1930s, but adapted to the Northwest climate. According to the Pierce Conservation District, knotweed is a tough weed to control and kill. It causes sizable damage to the environment and even urban infrastructure, with roots reaching more than 9 feet.
It's pretty awful because it spreads really easily, and pretty much everywhere it goes, it outcompetes all of the native vegetation and habitats. Knotweed has a really impressive root system, so it'll just keep coming back year after year, even if you've treated it once or twice or 4 times.
The Conservation District says even though knotweed goes dormant during the winter, aggressive removal of the weed throughout the year is the only way of stopping it from spreading. For information on knotweed and how you can learn more about it, check out the Pierce Conservation District website. Tacoma Power has reached another milestone in its fish restoration effort at the Cushman Hydroelectric Project in Mason County. The first sockeye salmon ever reared at the utility's new saltwater park hatchery on Hood Canal have been gathered up and moved by truck to Lake Cushman. Employees just finished releasing 203,000 sockeye salmon into the lake. The fish will continue to grow in the lake over the fall and winter. Next spring, they'll be captured in a floating fish collector and transported downstream around Cushman's 2 dams in order to continue their migration to the ocean. Tacoma Power's fish restoration is the most extensive since 2 Cushman dams were built nearly a century ago. The program is a critical component of the utility's license to continue generating our power there. Twinkling lights, animal exhibits, and family memories are all in store for this year's Point Defiant Zoo and Aquarium Zoo Lights. More than 500,000 lights will light up lions, eagles, Northwest landscapes, and even a giant Pacific octopus. This annual holiday tradition opens November 24th and runs through January 1st. For more information on zoo lights, including hours of operation, visit the Point Defiant Zoo and Aquarium website. That's all the time we have on this edition of Tacoma Report. A great way to find out about the services the City of Tacoma has to offer is by going to cityoftacoma.org. Until next time, I'm Anita Gallagher.